Queues of up to 30 hours are expected to view Queen Elizabeth II lying in state ahead of the monarch's funeral next Monday. Queen Elizabeth II died on Thursday at Balmoral at the age of 96. Britons and members of the royal family are now taking part in several key events as the nation enters its period of mourning. Culture Secretary Michelle Donnellan warned Tory MPs that queues at Westminster Hall could be as long as 30 hours. The Queen's coffin will lie in state in Westminster Hall from Wednesday until the day of her funeral next Monday. It was initially estimated that 40,000 people would turn up each day to pay their respects. But Whitehall chiefs in charge of logistics for the five-night vigil have since estimated that more than 750,000 may wish to attend. Ms. Donnellan said unprecedented demand is anticipated. People who wish to pay their respects to Britain's longest reigning monarch can visit the Palace of Westminster in London and join 24-hour lines from Wednesday at 5 p.m. They have until 6:30 a.m. on September 19, just hours before Her Majesty's funeral, to see the Queen's coffin. Infrastructure has been set up in preparation for miles of queues. From 9 a.m. on Tuesday, private security staff and stewards in high-vis vests and Metropolitan Police officers will be stationed along the route. Portaloos, crowd control barriers and flooring have been now set up in Victoria Tower Gardens. Full details of the route, which is expected to stretch from Parliament's tourist entrance past Victoria Tower Gardens and across Lambeth Bridge, will be published at 10 p.m. on Tuesday. Visitors will need to go through airport-style security checks and are only permitted to bring one small bag with them. Step-free access will also be available, but mourners have been advised to consider leaving small children with relatives, given the expected queues. An official explained, "You will need to stand for many hours, possibly overnight, with very little opportunity to sit down as the queue will be continuously moving." Large crowds are expected, and there are likely to be delays on public transport and road closures around the area. You should check ahead, plan accordingly and be prepared for long queues. The Queen, who celebrated her Platinum Jubilee earlier this year, will rest in her closed coffin on a raised platform, similar to the Queen Mother in 2002. The Mirror has reported that each corner of the platform will be guarded around the clock by units from the Sovereign's Bodyguard, the Household Division, or Yeoman Warders of the Tower of London. Mourners are asked to dress appropriately for the occasion to pay your respects, according to government guidance. Clothes with any kind of political or offensive slogans are banned. The guidance added, "Please respect the dignity of this event and behave appropriately. You should remain silent while inside the Palace of Westminster." Officials in Scotland have also prepared for thousands of people to queue to see the coffin while it lies in rest at St Giles Cathedral after spending the night at the Palace of Holyrood House. The Royal Mile, which stretches from the Palace of Holyrood House to Edinburgh Castle, was filled with huge crowds in the Scottish capital yesterday as they waited for the arrival of the royal procession. Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral will take place at Westminster Abbey on September 19 at 11 a.m.